Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. This is week 9 NFL game picks, and we have, of course, a lot of big time games this week. And starting off first, you have the Ravens, who are 2-5 versus the Dolphins, who are 2-6. This game right here is very interesting because Lamar Jackson should be back to play this game. Tyler Huntley didn't win that game for them last week to keep them alive against the Bears, like that, keeping them from dropping to 1-6. And now they still have a chance, and now they have the highest percentage to win the AFC North, which is crazy to say, but you look at their schedule, their remaining schedule, they have some games that are definitely winnable. Now, the Dolphins are a team that, well, is a team that is like very, very inconsistent like that. Sometimes they look cool like that, we like, okay, they look cool like that, can be competitive. Sometimes they look very horrible like that. Last week against the Falcons, they went out there and handled business against the Falcons, got things done. We've seen them do it against the Jets. We've seen it against the Bills as well like that. They stay competitive in that game. Now, a mistake at the end cost them, of course, but stay competitive in some of those games. But sometimes we have moments where they go out there and play, they look absolutely horrible, like they don't belong on the field. Like it's the Browns, they look absolutely horrible, like they didn't belong. Then the following week, they followed up with a big-time victory over the Falcons. So I think this game right here will be very interesting. I'm thinking the Ravens will win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins put it off like that. But I think the Ravens will win this game. I know Lamar Jackson did lose before, I think, to the Dolphins, right? I think in Miami, so it can definitely be possible. So we'll see what happens. Bears and Bengals. Now, the Bengals' offense has been booming like that, but they lost the last game. The defense can get a stop, and the offense kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit. But when you score 38 points, they had 38 points. You score 38 points, you expect to win. So like, people said the offense should have did better like that. They kept the Jets in it, of course, but when you score 38 points, you expect to win like that. So the Bengals offense did a good job. Joe Burrow, not Joe Burrow, the other Joe Flacco did a good job, of course, handling things. Jamar Chase and all those guys. Jamar Chase, they had a big numbers in the second half, but it's put up a lot of points, enough points to win the game. The defense got to be better. You got to be able to get at least a few stops at the end. You can't allow them to march down there. Then get the 2-point conversion as well, like that. So that right there was very crazy. And then they had the victory. And I know the Bengals offense had the ball last to get the job done, of course, in the end, but they couldn't do it. But when you're up by 15 points and you put up 38 points on the team, yet by 15, you expect to win a game like that. You expect the defense to allow them to come all the way back to take you out like that too. So we'll see what happens in this game against the Bears. I think the Bengals might beat the Bears. I don't know. The Bears, well, I'm gonna say the Bears just because I thought the Bears defense is slightly better than the Bengals defense. The Bears defense still has some things to fix, of course, as well. But I'm gonna say the Bears. I thought this game might be a shootout though. It might be a shootout type game. It might be 35-38 or something. Vikings, Lions. I'm taking the Lions. The Vikings, right now, they have a lot of different issues going on. J.J. McCarthy should be coming in. They're saying that he's injured and stuff. I don't think he's injured like that. And Carson Wentz, of course, now he's injured. He's out for the remainder of the season, of course. So now you're looking at like the Vikings made the right decision. The Vikings went out there and chose J.J. McCarthy to be the guy. When they had Sam Darnold, who had an amazing year. I know in the playoffs, he finished the season off very strong in the playoffs, but he had an amazing year, amazing big time year. He's only 28 years old, and the Seahawks only paid him like 30-something million like that. And his guaranteed money not too crazy either, so you could have definitely matched that contract or paid him something maybe around that same realm of things. But they allowed him to go, and then they brought J.J. McCarthy in. J.J. McCarthy has played one game. He played one game, and that one game he only had one quarter that he looked very good in. Went out there, handled business, got the victory against the Bears and the comeback. And then the following game against the Falcons, he looked absolutely horrible. Now he only played 2 games like that. One game he looked good in, which was one quarter technically, and then he played 2 games total. So one good game, one bad game, and you're looking at it like, I don't know, the Vikings have a lot of confidence in them, but they don't have to find some type of confidence in them because you got to go out there and play. Right now the Vikings are sitting at 3-4, but I can't see them beating the Lions, especially not on the road either. In case that happened. I know division games are closer. It'll be a close game probably because division games are close and tougher, of course, as well. But I can't see them beating the Lions. Okay, moving on next. We have the Broncos and the Texans. I'm going to the Broncos are on a win streak. They won a lot of tough games, but Texans defense is pretty good. I think the Texans find a way to get back to 500. They started the season off very shaky, but they've won a good amount of games in a row. I think the Texans find a way to beat the Broncos. The Broncos down to 6-3 and be 4-4. And keep their playoff hopes alive. Falcons, Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots. Falcons are very inconsistent, and you're playing against the Patriots defense, who've been playing very good. Drake May been looking very good. The accuracy Drake May has, the deep ball accuracy, of course, the way he can throw on the move as well. You can see how he's developed from year 1 to year 2. It's been amazing to see like that as well, and his mobility helps him out a lot too. So yeah, it's going to be tough for the Falcons to even try to stop that. So I think the Patriots win this game. Giants, 49ers. I got the 49ers winning that one. The Giants, I think they keep it very competitive in the game, but I think the 49ers win this game right there. The 49ers is one team that I like the coaching job a lot for Kyle Shanahan because a lot of injuries, a lot of big-time injuries to a lot of big-time stars. Fred Warner out for the season. They both out for the season. Brandon Ayuk still out, of course, for a while like that. And you missed, Brock Purdy was out too as well. And you still find a way to go out there consistently, go out there and win games like that. And you're sitting at 5-3. I think they win this game and improve to 6-3 and keep their playoff hopes and the division winner hopes, dreams alive like that. The Rams are right behind them coming. They did beat the Rams already once with Mac Jones, so they play them again eventually like that. So that's gonna be an interesting game to see how things turn out with them. But the 49ers is a nice team right now. They're going out there and showing their toughness and gustiness because you're missing some big time players, some big names that can help the defense a lot, and a big name that on your offense too as well. Your franchise quarterback, but you're still finding ways to win games. Colts Steelers. I love my Steelers. I'm taking the Colts in this game. If I was a bettor, I'm taking the Colts in this game. Now, this is part of the game of Steelers. The game of Steelers, the Steelers would possibly win and stuff. The Steelers always find a way to win games they shouldn't win. But the Steelers blew the lead the past 6 times. They played against the Packers, and they blew the lead against the Packers up 16-7, up by 9 points. Blew that lead at halftime. It was up 10-0 against the Bengals. Blew that lead as well. So the Steelers always find a way to blow the lead. I'm hoping this time the Steelers win, but if I was a betting man, I'm taking the Colts. I'm taking the Colts to win this one. They playing at a tremendous level, and Jonathan Taylor has been phenomenal running the ball. And the Steelers' defense have been the opposite of phenomenal in stopping anybody like that. So they have been very difficult for them. And this is their first time playing a superstar running back, like a man who's been scoring 3 touchdowns. I think 3 touchdowns the past. He scored 3 touchdowns in each of the past 3 games, like that. 3 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. They got like 9 total over the past 3 games, playing tremendous footballs. The MVP conversation. You have to go out there and guard that guy and try to stop that guy. It'll be very difficult for the Steelers. I'm hoping they win as a fan, but if I was a betting man, like I mentioned, taking the Colts. The Colts might be favored by like 8 or 9 points, probably. Chargers, Titans, taking the Chargers. We got the Rams, Saints, taking the Rams. The Saints are in a bad spot right now. Tyler Shaw is starting now, too. I'm not believing Tyler Shaw at all. We'll see what happens, of course, out there, but I'm taking the Rams. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Raiders. I'm taking the Jaguars. We got the Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to take probably actually, this game right here is very interesting because the Buffalo Bills and Chiefs are kind of similar situations. Buffalo Bills started off hot. They was winning all those games, of course, and then they had some losses. Lost to the Patriots, lost to the Falcons, of course. The Chiefs started off slow, and then I said similar, opposite situations. Chiefs started off slow, and then they started winning a lot of games. They won a lot of games straight, like 5 games straight, I think. Like that, they started off winning games and doing things, of course, as well. Won like 4 games straight. It was 1 and 2, I think. Yeah, 4 games straight. So I'm trying to see exactly. Trying to see who win this game. I want to say the Bills because Josh Allen does usually win against Mahomes in the regular season, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Bills though, just a safe answer because they're home as well. But it's gonna be an interesting game. Hopefully, it's one of those games of the year type games as well with those 2 quarterbacks. We got the Seahawks, of course, versus the Commanders. I want to say Commanders if Jaden Daniels is playing. Mark Mariota tried to do his best he could, but it just got a lot of injuries and a lot of mishaps happening. Jaden Daniels play. I want to say Commanders, but I don't know if he's playing or not. So I'm going to go with Seahawks. Fierce and been playing at a tremendous level, and they've been out there offensively, been booming, of course. I know they turned the ball over like 4 times, I think, last week against the who they play last? They played that one game. I think they played against somebody on Monday. I think on Monday they turned the ball over a few times and won it. They had a bye week, I think. On this past Sunday, they had a bye week, right? I think on 2 games. I think on 2 games ago. But yeah, Seahawks been on the winning tear, right? They're winning streak right now. Then you look at, of course, the Cardinals. The Cardinals versus the Cowboys. Taking the Cowboys in this game. The Cardinals been downhill. They started off a little good, then they've been losing a lot of games. And then you play against this Cowboys high-powered offense. Defensively, I don't think the Cardinals have enough to stop that. So I think the Cowboys win that game. And the Browns and Jets and the Eagles and Bucks are all on the bye week this week, so they will not have a game this week. But yeah, this is my game picks for week 9. Let me know down below what you guys think about the game picks, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.